The Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program for high school students was established to provide experiences in the research laboratories at the Morehouse School of Medicine. Students conduct research for 6 weeks under the direction of a medical school faculty member and learn the content, process, and methodology involved in inquiry science. The goal of the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program is designed to provide high school students with a biomedical laboratory experience by exposing them to biomedical research in authentic laboratory settings. The program is designed to access current ongoing research at MSM and provide a supportive environment to nurture an interest in scientific experimentation. As we begin to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the program, we are starting to see students who have completed the Vivien Thomas program return to some of the programs here at Morehouse School of Medicine, such as the APEX program and our MD program.
I think the key to the Vivien Thomas Research Program is that it allows the students to actually participate in hands-on science. They get an opportunity to experience authentic research as well as learn basic research techniques. Many of the techniques that they learn are just on the cutting edge of research. The students also get an opportunity to participate in conducting research on health disparities. They also get to work with a mentor. They begin to form friendships with other students, and it also gives them some basic background and some basic knowledge on how to actually create science projects, which they can take from Morehouse School of Medicine back to their schools, as well as go on to participate in regional, state, and national science fairs.
I've been doing research for maybe about 3 years, since about 8th grade, and it's been a huge part of my life. I was able to go to International Level Science Fair, or ISEF, on an all-expense paid trip to Los Angeles, and that showed me that I can do anything with my research. Like, I can accomplish anything I want to if I really work hard for it. And I can honestly say that research and medicine in general will always be a huge part of my life.
The research that I do is very important to me. Currently, I'm actually researching the effects of P53 on keloids. P53 is a tumor suppressor that's very well known, but we haven't been using it to suppress keloids. Now, this novel application is something that many scientists are not doing right now. And feeling that I am one of the only scientists working on this innovative research is just a great feeling, because I know that the little discoveries that I make, whether they're big or small, will eventually lead to the development of a greater sense of knowledge.
We like to push our students to the limits. They are definitely exposed to a lot of challenging obstacles when they're in lab. For example, the various procedures that they do, the various experiments that they have to perform in front of their lab professors and mentors, the certain chemicals that they use, the equations, just basically the science and the content of the work that they're doing. I, as a participant of the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program back in 2007, I was challenged, and I was definitely exposed to a lot of the different challenges that our students today are exposed to, which has definitely benefited and helped me as a student today, as a pre-med student at the University of Georgia. It definitely helped me perform well in my labs. I was given previous exposure back in the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program, so to apply those skills and that knowledge that I was challenged with back in '07 and use it in college really benefited me. And I think that with our students being in this program and having the guidance of the mentors and the lab professors will really make them a better student and will really benefit them in their future, whether it's in medicine, whether it's in research, whether it's anything. Just being faced with those challenges and knowing how to overcome them and learn from them.
I learned that roadblocks are just everyday part of research, and through my research with triple-negative breast cancer, I overcame all the obstacles, and I believe it made me a better researcher in the end.
I have been Vivien Thomas for many years now. Each year, I can see my knowledge growing exponentially, thanks to Vivien Thomas. Not only does Vivien Thomas help me with science-related things, but my everyday life. Like one day, I was sitting in my chemistry class, and my teacher goes off talking about all these chemicals and their uses. Unlike my peers, I understood what he was saying, and I could relate to how I use them in the lab.
Each student is placed in a research lab where they can get one-on-one assistance from their science mentor. The science mentor serves as the person that advises them, that teaches them, coaches them, and it also allows for the students to build these one-on-one relationships that often go beyond the program and are very, very important for the student, especially if they're going to continue in the research area.
Hi, my name is Dr. Anderson. I have a lab in Cardiovascular Institute, and I'm always excited to have high school students in the lab as an opportunity to give them exposure to research and cardiovascular research in particular. I also like the fact that it gives my students, my graduate students, postdocs, an opportunity to mentor younger students that are interested in science. And quite frankly, it's an opportunity for them to learn how to teach and show others how to do the types of experiments that they do. Because as we know, the way you really learn how to do something is you actually teach somebody how to do it. And so I think that's one of the opportunities that I enjoy every summer, being involved with the Vivien Thomas program and having students in the lab.
Having students work in the lab is a great experience not only for them but also the mentors. I think it's great to see young students put in the time and effort it takes to see a project through. It's also good to see young students with the same passion for science and research. Over the past few weeks, I've watched these students grow into scientists with bright futures.
Our lab mentors are really great. They help us to do what we need to do in our labs, and at a certain point they step back, which allows me to think to myself questions like, what'll go wrong if I do this, or what'll happen if I do this next. And questions like these are what really make a good researcher, and I believe that it's truly a great thing that they're instilling thoughts like this in us in such a young age.
So these past few weeks I've been working with my mentors, and they've been really nice, especially Matthew, since he's my main mentor. He's really helped me out a lot. I remember a couple weeks ago when I was starting out with PCRs, I screwed up the ceiling on my first one, and he showed me how to do it correctly, and that really helped me out and made me, I guess, a better scientist.
Our students aren't always in the lab in the morning. We have these great things called morning sessions in our program, which kind of serve as a supplement, and they add to the experience of Vivien Thomas. So what we have are speakers that come in from the medical field. We've had a physical therapist. We've also had a clinical psychologist come in. We've had students from other universities like UGA come in and talk about different research opportunities. So it's just a great way to provide other enrichment outside the laboratory for our students. Just going off of the past presentations that we've had the physical therapist come in and use an electrode device, and the students really loved that because it was very hands-on. The clinical psychologist talked about recidivism and how the psychological aspects of prisoners affects their being integrated back into society. And I could personally say that this definitely impacted the students because they got to see a part of science outside of their laboratory experience. So definitely, our morning sessions have been very impactful for the students on a whole. Also, when we have morning sessions that do not have speakers, we have integrated in lessons for our students. We've had sessions where we taught them how to network. We've also had sessions where we focused on getting scholarships for college, so each student in the program has set up a FastWeb account so that they can have scholarships for when they apply to college. The students personally love the chemistry lessons that we've done. We focused on organic chemistry molecules such as diene, benzene, and we had competitions where we saw which student could draw the structure the fastest, and they really loved this. Our premise and focus was the fact that these are chemists in the beginning. They're going into labs. So it was a great foundation for them to learn the structures, and it helped them in their laboratory as well.
I love the morning sessions because they allow me to be engaged in the morning, and it prepares me mentally for the strenuous lab activities that I go through in the afternoon. And I love the opportunities that it presents me because the speakers that come in for morning sessions, they are in research in the real world, and I can see myself in their shoes. It's nice to gain insight into their field because that's what I might be doing in the future.
I really like the morning session because they prepare me for the day ahead in lab. I especially love the chemistry lesson because they give me a visual of chemicals I use every day. It's really cool.
And lastly, we give students activities that helps them learn science using hands-on techniques. I think it definitely benefits our students. It helps them interact. It helps them gain interpersonal skills, interpersonal skills, communication skills, and networking skills that will definitely benefit them for the future.
This is my second year here at Vivien Thomas, and one of my favorite parts is the writing notes. I've never been much for note takers, so being able to keep up and document everything I do has made it a whole lot easier, not only here, but in school. Because I'm not going to be around here forever, so as long as I have something to carry on afterward, then it's great, because reading other people's work from like decades ago, it's so inspiring. It means a lot.
Students in the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program receive advanced level training in science and laboratory techniques and protocols in the labs of our faculty. These students set the standards for other students to show that they too can be successful as they enter and prepare for careers in biomedical research, medicine, and other allied health professions. A number of our students have been awarded scholarships, such as the Gates Millennium Scholarship, the Coca-Cola Guazetta Award, and full scholarships to the colleges of their choices. These students exemplify the goal of the program to increase the number of minorities entering these careers. Students in the Vivien Thomas program have competed at local, national, and international scientific conferences. These students have experienced success as a result of being in the program. And as we begin to see them return to programs here at Morehouse School of Medicine and other post-baccalaureate programs that prepare students for medical or research careers, we are glad that we have been able to be a part of students who are successful, not only in our program, but also as they begin their undergraduate careers.
I am a Vivien Thomas alumni, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities that Vivien Thomas has afforded me. Not only the relationships that I have gained through my professors through the program, but also relationships I have gained throughout the community and other participants. Vivien Thomas has truly opened up doors for me. It has provided me with funding for the National Youth Leadership Forum on Medicine, which was over a $2,000 scholarship. Also has granted me the opportunity to work with the NIH this summer as well as the former summer, where I can continue my research. And finally has helped me with gaining the Gates Millennium Scholarship, which will pay for my education in undergrad as well as if I decide to do a PhD in research, which I intend to do. And I'm just extremely grateful for Vivien Thomas.
I've been part of the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program for 4 great years, and I can honestly say that they've changed my life. Through the research that I did here at Vivien Thomas, I was able to participate in over 7 different national competitions, including the Intel-sponsored International Science Fair and the Navy and the Air Force's National Symposium. Through these great endeavors, I not only learned presentation skills, but but I also learned networking skills. I met many great individuals, including a couple of Nobel laureates who actually offered me internships as an undergrad. Through the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program, I was able to achieve these great feats. And now I'm inspired to give back to my community. In my high school, I've created a club that actually starts medical research the way Vivien Thomas does in my community, and I've been able to give back with what Vivien Thomas has taught me.
It was actually through the Vivien Thomas Summer Research Program that I learned of the Gates Millennium Scholarship. I applied and I got it. Now I have no financial burdens for the next 8 years of my life.
Vivien Thomas, it's not only impacted my life, but has impacted those around me, and for that I'm truly grateful.